My name is Lisa. I can understand English when I read or listen. I understand my teacher. I understand movies. I understand songs. But when I try to speak, something strange happens. My words get stuck. My tongue feels heavy. I know the words in my head, but they don't come out. It feels like my voice is locked inside my mouth. Today in class, the teacher asked us to introduce ourselves. My heart started beating fast. I looked around. All my classmates were talking. Some spoke slowly. Some spoke with confidence. My turn was coming closer. Lisa, the teacher said. I froze. My mouth opened, but no sound came out. Everyone was watching me. My hands felt cold. Go ahead, the teacher said kindly. I took a deep breath. My name is Lisa, I said in a small voice. I forgot the rest. My mind went blank. My face felt hot. The teacher smiled gently. Thank you, Lisa. Then she moved to the next student. I sat down. My heart was still beating fast. I felt terrible. Why was this so hard? I knew how to say my name. I knew many English words. But when I had to speak, everything disappeared. After class, I stayed behind. The teacher was packing her books. I walked to her desk. My words were stuck again. But I forced myself to speak. I can understand English, but I can't speak, I said quietly. The teacher turned to me and smiled. That's normal, she said. Your tongue is not used to English sounds. I frowned. My tongue? Yes, she said. Speaking is not only thinking. Speaking is moving your mouth and tongue in a new way. Your tongue needs practice. I never thought about that before. I always thought my brain was the problem. But my tongue? That was new. The teacher continued. I know a method that can help you. I leaned closer. A secret method? Something special? I needed to know. She smiled again. It's simple. You need to read out loud every day. And you need to practice shadowing. I blinked. Read out loud? Shadowing? What's that? She saw my confusion. Come tomorrow after class, she said. I will show you. I nodded. A small hope started to grow inside me. Could this really work? Would I finally be able to speak English? That night, I couldn't sleep. I thought about the teacher's words. Maybe my brain wasn't broken. Maybe I just needed to train my mouth like an athlete trains their body. Tomorrow, I would find out the secret. The next day, I stayed after class. The teacher was waiting for me. She held a small book in her hands. Sit down, she said. I sat. My heart was beating fast. She gave me the book. Read this. I looked at the page. The words were easy. I knew all of them. But reading out loud? That was different. I took a deep breath. The cat is on the table. I read. My voice was shaky. My tongue felt slow. Again. The teacher said. I read it again. My mouth felt strange. Again. She repeated. I frowned. Why again? I already read it twice. Again, she said, smiling. I sighed and read the sentence again. This time, the words came out faster. Good, she said. Now listen. She took out her phone and played an audio recording. A clear voice said, "The cat is on the table. Now repeat after the voice." The teacher said. I opened my mouth. "The cat is on the table," I said, but I was slower than the voice. "No," the teacher shook her head. "Don't wait. Speak at the same time as the voice." "At the same time?" I asked. That's impossible. Try, she said. She pressed play again. I tried to copy the voice. The cat is on the table, I said, but I was too slow. Again, the teacher said. I tried again, and again, and again. I felt frustrated. This is hard, I said. The teacher smiled. Yes, it's hard, but it works. I didn't believe her. I felt silly. I felt like I would never speak well. Then she asked, "Do you know how babies learn to speak?" I shook my head. They listen. They copy. They don't think about grammar. They just repeat. I looked at the phone again. The voice spoke. I took a deep breath. One more time. The cat is on the table. This time, I followed the voice. Not perfect, not fast, but a little better. The teacher smiled. Good. Now, do this every day. Read out loud. Shadow the audio. Your tongue will learn. Could this really work? Could I finally speak English without fear? That night, I sat on my bed with the book. I read out loud. The cat is on the table. My voice sounded weak. I tried again. It still felt strange. I remembered the second step, shadowing. I opened YouTube and searched for daily English conversation. I found a video. A woman said, "I wake up at 7 a.m. I pressed play again and tried to follow her. I wake up at 7 a.m. But I was too slow. Again, I wake up at 7 a.m. Still too slow. Frustration grew inside me. Maybe I'm just bad at English. I thought, maybe I will never speak well. But then I heard my teacher's voice in my head. Your tongue needs practice. I took a deep breath. One more time. I wake up at 7 a.m. A little better. The next morning, I tried something new. While brushing my teeth, I said, I brush my teeth. While making my bed, I said, I make my bed. It felt silly, but I kept going. At school, I saw my friend Maria. Usually, we spoke Spanish, but today, I wanted to try English. Hi Maria, I said. Maria smiled. Hi Lisa. I panicked. What should I say next? My mind went blank. Then I blurted out, I wake up at 7 a.m. Maria laughed. Okay. I felt embarrassed. Why did I say that? It made no sense. But then Maria said, I wake up at 6 a.m. She answered me. We were having a conversation. A real conversation. Maybe this was working. That night, I practiced again. More reading out loud. More shadowing. More speaking to myself. My tongue felt tired, but something was changing. The next week, the teacher said, Today, each of you will stand up and talk about your daily routine. My stomach dropped. Speaking in front of everyone? No way. I wasn't ready. One by one, my classmates stood up. Some spoke slowly. Some spoke confidently. Some made mistakes. But they all spoke. Lisa, the teacher called. My hands felt cold. My heart pounded. I stood up slowly. I looked around. Everyone was watching. I opened my mouth. Silence. No, I thought. I practiced. I worked hard. I can do this. I closed my eyes. I heard my own voice in my head. I wake up at 7 a.m. I took a deep breath and spoke. I wake up at 7 a.m. My voice was clear. I continued. I brush my teeth. I eat breakfast. I go to school. I wasn't thinking about grammar. I wasn't translating in my head. The words just came out. The teacher smiled. My classmates clapped. I sat down, shaking but proud. After class, Maria ran to me. "Lisa, you spoke so well. Thank you," I said. "Can you help me?" she asked. "Me?" I blinked. Maria nodded. "I understand English, but I can't speak." I smiled. "I know how you feel. Let's practice together." That was the day I realized I was not just learning English. I was teaching it too. And if I could do it, so could anyone.